The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, live now.
Don't know, Mike. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, everybody, he's a macho savage. You're listening to Mike Trash, TrashTalkingRadio.com. The best in the business. Say it, the macho king.
Wrestling fans throughout radio land, listen to Trash Talking Radio at TrashTalkingRadio.com. Every Tuesday from 7 to 10 o'clock, you hear guys like myself, the Ugandan Giant. Come on. And that's my story.
You can hear words to describe the Trash Talking Radio Show from 7 to whenever we get done is by using a screwdriver to cut roast beef. This is Sean, the other half of the Rock and Wrestling Connection. That's the trashy one and the loony one together forever.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ivan Koloff. I'm here to tell you about Mike Talking Trash. With the Trash, 7 to 10. Tuesday nights, you got to listen in. It's the best around, the best in town. Alright, hey, this is the Animal. One half of the world famous take in the Road Warriors. What you gonna do? If you know what's good for you, you're listening to Trash Talking Radio or else.
Everybody, you're watching Trash Talking Radio. This is Hulk Hogan. Hulk, what do you got to say about Trash Talking Radio?
Well, I gotta say that I just bought Trash Talking Radio. You're out of the picture, dude. This is my show, and you better watch, because what you gonna do when Hulk Hogan's brand new Trash Talking Radio runs wild on you?
This is the Vital Idol, and you're listening to Trash Talking Radio every Tuesday from 7 to 10 on TrashTalkingRadio.com. And remember this. When the Vital Idol tells you, it's got to be true. And when it's on the internet, it's got to be real. It's Trash Talking Radio every Tuesday from 7 to 10. I am the top of pop, the king of swing, the international rock star way above par, the host with the most, Mr. Tuesday Night, the Vital Idol, Classy Mike Trash, and thank you very much. There, that should work. Oh, hey, there we are. Hey, Trash Talking Radio Tuesday night. It's the best night of the week, and we're back again. And
I was just saying before the volume didn't work. How you doing, Doug?
I could be better.
You
I could be better.
You could be?
Yeah.
Oh. Wait a minute.
My daughter put down 2 dogs in less than 30 days.
That sucks.
One was hurting and one was hit by a car. So
I don't know which one. Well,
and I'm a dog person like you are, so it's tough.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that to. Yeah, I hate it when that happens. I've been lucky lately, but I mean, I lost my last one 4 years ago, and now I got 2 new ones. So, they're replaceable, but they're not. They're replaceable, but they're not, because you can't really replace the personality. Hey, I see Ann, and I see there we got sound. Okay, I see Christine, and let's see who else shows up in the chat tonight. I did actually post it online for a change. I keep forgetting to do that. That's I know that's my only job to do, and then I don't do it anyway, so I should be fired and reprimanded and all that stuff.
Get a real person in there.
Yeah.
So the avatar that you are.
Yeah. I'm AI. I'm total AI. But anyway, yeah. This weekend I did. What did I do? I did the show on Friday, the wrestling show. I commentated. That was fun, and I had a good talk with my buddy. I've actually had a talk with each of my partners, and then I actually talked to my friend Johnny right before the show. I haven't talked to him for a while, and we were catching up and stuff. But I think he's a good guy. I noticed. That's why. Okay, okay. So we had to put the right thing on. Here we go. There we go. That's the original logo back in 2003. That's the one I was using. And
is this a retro night? Is this a retro night, Mike?
That's right. That's every night's retro night with me. I believe in bringing everything back. So, but anyway, all right. So let's get this thing going. We got a lot of stuff to cover, and I want to get things going here. Enough with the amenities. Enough with asking how people are doing. We had 2 deaths to worry about. Want to do those first, or do you want to do the birthdays first?
Let's do the RIPs.
All right. Did you know who they were that died?
No.
All right. Well, then this will be a surprise for you, so I will play this for you. First one is Robert Duvall.
Yes, I did know about him. Yes.
Yeah. Now let's see if we got sound. Are you getting sound?
I don't know.
Okay. See if one of these will do it. They're getting sound.
Obituary. Robert Duvall, January 5th, 1931 to February 15th, 2026.
Okay.
Legendary actor, filmmaker, and one of Hollywood's greatest character actors. Robert Selden Duvall, the iconic actor whose intense, authentic performances shaped some of the most unforgettable moments in American cinema, has died at the age of 95. He passed away peacefully.
No, we don't hear it. Why don't we hear it? We used to hear the sound, don't we? Didn't we?
I was hearing the sound.
Oh, you heard it now?
Yeah. No, it's off again.
Oh, well, I turned it off because I wasn't sure if anybody was hearing it. So I think it's this one.
Check the chat room and see if they were hearing it.
Did you guys hear the sound? What? We can hear you. Echo. There should be no echo now, right? Correct? I just want to make sure. We don't need to watch the intro again. I'm talking. There shouldn't be an echo now either. Someone tell me what's going on. I wish I could hear this. This is really sucky because I can't hear it. Got to figure this out. There's got to be a way that I can figure this out. Oh, I could listen to that one. How about that? Ooh, that would work. Hold on just a sec. I'm going to stop this for a second and try this. Let's see if this works. check. 1, 2. Nope, that doesn't work either. Ah, it works on the computer, but it doesn't work on the sound. Let me... Does this work? No. Why is it none of my sounds work? When I'm playing, I expect to hear it. Doggone it. I guess I gotta go back to the other way. I can't hear you guys. Ugh. Alright, well, heck with it, I won't have to. I'm not gonna hear it, doggone it. So, alright, here we go. I'm gonna fast forward this because we don't need to hear the... Here we go. Alright, right there. Alright, here we go. Give a thumbs up if you hear it.
Obituary. Robert Duvall, January 5th, 1931 to February 15th, 2026. Legendary actor, filmmaker, and one of Hollywood's greatest character actors. Robert Seldon Duvall, the iconic actor whose intense, authentic performances shaped some of the most unforgettable moments in American cinema, has died at the age of 95. He passed away peacefully at home in Middleburg, Virginia, his wife Luciana Duvall announced. Surrounded by family and comfort. A life in film and television. Duvall's career spanned more than 7 decades, and he was widely regarded as one of the most versatile and compelling performers in film history. Born in San Diego, California, on January 5, 1931, he grew up in a Navy
family, and later studied acting at the neighborhood Playhouse School of the Theater in New York, under the legendary Sanford Meisner. He made his screen debut in 1962 as the reclusive Boo Radley in To Kill a Mockingbird, a role that hinted at the remarkable range he would display throughout his career. Career highlights and achievements. Academy Award winner. In 1984, Duvall won the Academy Award for Best Actor for his profound and moving performance as 83, portraying a washed-up country singer struggling with alcoholism. Oscar-nominated roles. Over his career, Duvall received multiple Oscar nominations for films including The Godfather, Tom Hagen, Apocalypse Now, Lieutenant Colonel Bill Kilgore, The Great Santini, A Civil Action, The Judge, The Apostle, which he also wrote and directed. Iconic performances. Tom Hagen in The Godfather and The Godfather Part 2, a role that cemented his status among Hollywood's elite. Lieutenant Colonel Kilgore in Apocalypse Now, delivering some of cinema's most unforgettable lines. A memorable turn in MASH, True Grit, Network, The Natural, Lonesome Dove, and Open Range, among many others. Filmmaking and directing. Duvall was not only an actor, but a storyteller behind the camera, writing and directing The Apostle, and directing films like Assassination Tango. His work behind the lens he brought to his acting. Awards and recognition. Academy Award, Best Actor. Multiple Oscar nominations. BAFTA and Golden Globe Awards. Emmys, and widespread critical acclaim for roles across genres and decades. Fun and inspirational facts. Range of roles. Duvall's characters were wide-ranging, from the thoughtful consigliere in The Godfather, to a stern but vulnerable preacher in The Apostle. Late career work. He continued acting into his 90s, appearing in The Pale Blue Eye, 2022, and remaining engaged with his craft until shortly before his passing. Life beyond Hollywood. Duvall had interests in music, dance, especially tango, and diverse storytelling that echoed in his directorial choices. Acting philosophy. Fellow actors often praised his deep commitment to character truth and emotional authenticity, a hallmark of his performances. Final tribute. Robert Dramatic Institution. His presence graced nearly 100 films, television shows, and stage productions. He made audiences feel, laugh, reflect, and sometimes even discomforted, all in the name of truth on screen. His legacy is a rich tapestry of unforgettable characters and moments that will continue to inspire actors and delight audiences for generations to come. Rest in peace, Robert Duvall, 1931 to 2026. A true giant of the screen whose artistry will never be forgotten.
I figured it out. Here we go. All right. So Robert Duvall, actually, I made the file yesterday, and I placed it in the YouTube yesterday night, and by this morning there were more than 25, or there were 35 listens already, and I guess 34. I don't know. Anyway, it's nice to know that people are listening to it. So this other one is, I want to have a discussion about this other one. I don't know if you know this or not, but this is the other one. Off. Darn it. There we go. There. Turn this down. So, the other one was Reverend Jesse Jackson. Did you know he died?
Yeah, I just saw that before I came on.
He just died today. So, all right, here we go. Oh, wait a minute. What's this? Okay, it looks like it might be playing now. All right. Let's see if we can get this to play. Where's the sound? Why is this not? There we go. There we go.
Reverend Jesse Jackson, October 8, 1941 to February 17, 2026. Civil rights icon, activist, and voice of hope. Today we remember the extraordinary life and enduring legacy of Reverend Jesse Louis Jackson Sr., a towering figure of the American civil rights movement whose voice, vision, and courage helped shape the moral conscience of a nation. Born in Greenville, South Carolina, on October 8, 1941, Jesse Jackson rose from humble beginnings in the segregated South to become one of the most influential advocates for justice, equality, and human dignity in modern history. As a young activist, he worked alongside Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., marching in historic demonstrations and standing at the front lines of the struggle for civil rights. After Dr. King's assassination, Jackson carried that mission forward, transforming grief into action and hope into progress. In 1971, he founded Operation Push, People United to Save Humanity, later expanding the work through the Rainbow/Push Coalition. These organizations fought for economic empowerment, educational opportunity, voter registration, and fair access to jobs and resources for marginalized communities. Through boycotts, negotiations, and grassroots mobilization, Jackson helped open doors that had long been closed. Jackson's historic presidential campaigns in 1984 and 1988 reshaped American politics. He became the first African-American candidate to mount a serious, competitive campaign for a major party's nomination, winning millions of votes and inspiring generations to believe that leadership in America could reflect its full diversity. His message of unity, justice, and shared opportunity expanded what many believed was possible. Beyond politics, Reverend Jackson served as a global humanitarian and diplomat, advocating for peace, negotiating hostage releases, and speaking out against injustice around the world. Whether in a church pulpit, a crowded street, or on the international stage, his words carried the rhythm of faith, poetry, and purpose. His enduring call to keep hope alive became one of the most recognizable messages of perseverance in modern public life. Achievements and legacy. Close associate of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and participant in pivotal civil rights campaigns. Founder of Operation Push and the Rainbow's Push Coalition. Two-time Democratic presidential candidate who broke historic political barriers. Lifelong advocate for voting rights, economic justice, education, and global human rights. Recipient of the Presidential Medal of Freedom and numerous national and international honors.
So I have a question for you, Doug.
Yes, sir.
If he were 20 years younger and still alive, do you think that he would have been a good candidate to go against Trump?
Well, that's an interesting question.
Because he's directly the opposite.
He would have been better than what they ran.
Yes, well, anything. I mean, my dog would have been better, and my dog doesn't do politics. But, you know, I was thinking about that. I was thinking if, you know, the timing was just not right in the 80s when he ran. Because, people still didn't believe that people of color could run a country and all that. And it was too early. And I think he would have been a really interesting person to run against, because he's so opposite from, he would have done better than Kamala would have done. I know that. But
he was an articulate gentleman.
And he was a great speaker. There was no one better than him. That's why I was really surprised. Well, I wasn't surprised at that point, when he did before, but he would have been really a great candidate, I think, for the last run. Well, I mean, obviously he's too old because he had all kinds of problems in the end. But if the timing was right, boy, what a great president he could have been. I couldn't think of another person of color that would have, actually another Democrat at this point, that would have been someone that people would have been attracted to take on Trump. I would have loved to have seen that. That would have been a great main event because there would have been excitement there, and we wouldn't have lost either. Well, we wouldn't have lost with him. So
the problem is he would have taken on Biden's policies. He probably would have lost just like Kamala lost, because the election was won on immigration.
But
on closing the borders.
But it was more
that's what Trump won.
But you see, I don't think that I think that that's partially true. But there were people like me that didn't want to vote on her because she didn't sound good. If there would have been a viable candidate, it would have made a difference. And I really think, I really think it would have made a difference, because I personally was not ready for him to take it over a second time. And it wouldn't have been as much of a all the way to the left or all the way to the right thing. There would have been people in the middle then. And then the people in the middle would have had a better choice than none. So that's my opinion. But I just kind of thought about that. I was thinking, I wonder what it would have been like had this happened this way. So
he would have been a formidable challenger to Trump.
Yes, I think he would have been better than anybody that we had seen that did. He died because of PSP. He had PSP. I don't know if you know about PSP or not.
I don't know what PSP is.
Okay.
No.
Well, PSP is a horrible, horrible disease. He was diagnosed with PSP. That was this is from November of 2025. It says the FTD community extends its heartfelt support to Reverend Jesse Jackson and his family, following the news today that the civil rights icon had been diagnosed with progressive supranuclear palsy, PSP, a rare form of FTD, which I always thought FTD was flowers, but that is not the case. It said he was hospitalized. This is back in November. He was hospitalized at the Northwestern Memorial Hospital in Chicago. The Rainbow Push Coalition, the organization that Jackson founded to advance social justice, released a statement confirming that the 84-year-old is being observed for PSP, a new neurodegenerative condition that he's been managing for more than 10 years. That's got to be horrible, horrible. He was originally given a diagnosis of Parkinson's, but medical professionals confirmed that he had PSP instead. Understanding PSP, it says sometimes referred to as Steele-Richardson-Ozuski syndrome. It's a rare neurological disorder that primarily affects critical functions, walking, balance, eye movements, and swallowing. The condition develops when brain cells in specific areas become damaged though researchers have not yet identified a definitive cause of PSP. It's typically emerge in persons mid to late 60s. So, yeah. I was thinking about him when I was doing his obituary. I was thinking about how much I knew of him when I was younger and how he just kind of faded into, nobody heard anything from him, and I didn't realize this was probably the reason why. So, yeah, that I thought he would have been an interesting president. So, it's sad. So, Robert Duvall, I thought a lot of him too, because he was in a lot of movies we watched. A lot of movies.
He was in a lot of them.
And he was working. He was working as early as or as late as last year. He was working on a movie. The guy was in his 90s, I think. So that was just crazy. But that's what you call work ethic, man. You can't
if you love what you do, and someone will let you do it.
Yeah, that's the key. Actually, I got an email earlier today from a director that is going to be filming in Allentown, and he asked if I'd be interested. So I'm going to look into his project tomorrow. I told him I can't answer that. Also, just for fun, I'm going to show you this prototype of a website that is going to possibly be mine. There it is. Classy Mike Trash on the web. All things classy.
All things classy.
43 film festival awards, 2.4 social followers, 20 years plus experience, and creative roles. Get in touch, and then it has a thing where you can get in touch. Here's a little information about me, talking about the stuff I'm involved in, and award-winning excellence, talking about my 24 awards with Love is Love, 19 awards with Vital Idol, and Love Planet arose and the world won it A world turned sweet. See, that's me. Then they have a place where they can put their information, send me an email, and I will hopefully get back to them. And then they had all my...
Who helped you put that together?
I did that with an AI thing, and it just asked me a couple questions. Then it put all the wrong social links because, of course, there's many Mike Trashes now because everybody steals my name, and I have to, distinguish myself from them. So I had to actually change them. But it's just kind of it's neat because all the stuff is here, and maybe I can put this out and become kind of useful. It's kind of cool because it's anybody can do this. It took me like 10 minutes, and it finished my website. So I'm probably thinking about I might do one that has each segment of the things that I'm doing. I want to have a place where you click if you want pro wrestling information. It takes you to that area. So I'm going to expand on that, and I'll probably end up. And actually, I found that website maker on Facebook. It's called Manus, MANUS. And like I said, it took very little time to do this, and it looks pretty good considering,
That's very good.
So I'm going to see what happens if I'm going to mess around with it a little bit more when I have time, and see if it's worth using this company. But I like how easy it was to do it. It took my Facebook, it analyzed my Facebook, so it knew I did all this stuff that it's saying about, and then it went and took it into a format, and then I changed the things I had to change. And I want to do things like I want to show the different bands I'm in, and I want to show the history of the stuff that I've done. Just give them a kind of a complete idea of who I am. But I'll tell you, it's coming along really well. And my mentor and I are really getting close to the point where we're going to start pitching the projects. So I'm telling you, it's exciting. Life is really exciting because there's a lot of things going on, and who knows what's going to happen next. But it's the train ride's at a hyperspeed right now. I got 2 shows this weekend. I got Friday night and Saturday night, 2 big wrestling shows at our school. Sunday, hopefully, if it don't snow, I got band practice. And this Thursday, I got band practice. So I got band practice with both of them this week. So that's fun. And then what else do I got? Yeah.
So do you ever get confused of what sets are which?
No, I got the thing is, I'll tell you something. Here, I'll show you what I do. Got to use, well, let's see here. Got to, hold on. This is really cool. I'm going to show you this is behind the curtain. This is cool stuff. So I use OneNote for everything. It's really a cool.
I use OneNote too.
Yeah, well, this is you want to talk about using OneNote. This is how complex you can make it if you want. So here, here's my OneNote, and here is Stoneface. Wait, well, maybe. Okay, here's Salt Drive. So our set list. There's our set list. Now, if I happen to forget the words to one of these, let's say this one. I push this. Look, there they are. And there's the clip that shows me. Oh, you can't see it. There's the clip. That's the clip from Aerosmith. Here's the lyrics from this place. So if I have the lyrics screwed up, I can check. And then when I'm done, I just click Salt Road again, and it comes back to the set list. So all my sets, these are the sets that we play, and then here's the songs we play. Here's stuff we're thinking of trying. This is supposed to be this week's stuff that we're going to try for the first time. That's going to be fun. And then and then I'm doing some editing. So here's the recordings that are on the editing, or the recordings that I'm editing, and there's where I stopped. I stopped right there. So when I go back to it, I know where I'm at, and so it's kind of cool. And then if when I go back to Stoneface, this is what they have, and there's the set list that they, and then I have a thing called dates. That's the dates that we're playing. So if I hit this, there's all the dates that I have like right now. So that basically I'm pretty much organized. So it's kind of cool because, I don't think
OneNote is I've really just discovered OneNote. It's pretty incredible. You're showing me a lot of stuff I didn't know.
Yeah, you can link pages. So the reason why I did this is that Salt Road and Stoneface, we do a lot of the same songs. So I had 2 and 3 and 4 copies of different lyrics of the same lyrics in each folder. Well, why would you do that? That doesn't make sense. Well, what I did was I changed it. So now these are all the songs all the artists from A to D. Okay, then I have all Deep Purple because I got a lot of Deep Purple. And then I've got E to L. These are all the songs that I have in my database. Then we've got Kiss because I like Kiss. Then we got Led Zeppelin because they got their own Led Zeppelin. Then I've got all the artists from M to Z. So then I have, these are some of my songs that I've written. And then, there's all kinds of, just kind of experimenting with how you use that thing where you can go back and forth and all the stuff is there. And the thing is, now if I do Steppenwolf, now I want to change, I'm going to change what I do on that song. I'll make a note of it here. Well, since that's under Steppenwolf, it's going to be changed in the catalog so that if I do Steppenwolf for Stoneface, it'll be there because I have it there. But I also do it for Salt Drive, or Salt Road. So there it is. So I only have to have the lyrics in there once. Now, if we do it 2 different ways, I need to make a note so that, I know that it's 2 different ways.
Which way is 2 different
right.
ways.
But so far, I haven't had to do that. But it's just kind of cool because it saves me a lot of time and anguish. Because you should be at, and the thing is, I'm using it mostly for a set list. But when I go to practice, all the lyrics, I don't remember. Sometimes I just blank out on something, and I have to look up the lyrics so I can do it really quickly, and I can get back and forth between the songs and the artists and all that for the band. So it's kind of cool. And because I have the guitarist, the same guitarist in both bands, it's easy to switch things because he's not going to change it. He's not going to play it 2 different ways for 2 different bands, hopefully. So I think it's cool. I think OneNote is a fantastic thing, and I use it.
I'm just beginning to learn it.
Well, if you need any help, I can help you with some. I'm not an expert, but I do play one on TV. So we will. The thing is, I have one for my in OneNote. I keep on my book. I'm writing a book. Well, all my notes for the book are right. No, that's not true. That's not true. All my notes for the book are in ChatGTP because the chat is helping me organize it. So I'll go through and I'll tell a story, and ChatGTP will put it where it belongs in the book. It's pretty cool. But I do have notes in my OneNote as far as things I want to remember to talk about, and so I keep changing all these things around. But OneNote is fantastic. If you take OneNote and put that with some type of AI program, there's nothing you can't do. So I like it.
Cool.
Now back to what I was talking about, whatever it was. I was talking about, yeah. Okay. So now we'll go back to the show notes, and we will go back to All right, let's get back to the show notes. Okay. So, yeah. So it's kind of a shame to see those two people pass away. But what I do is, so when they pass away, we write up a nice obituary for it. Then I find all the pictures. Then we put that together in a video. I say we, I mean me. and then I put original music behind it. And then I put the credits and stuff like that in it, the intro and all that. It takes sometimes a real long time to do that because there's so much. But you do what you got to do. All right, you ready for the birthday? The birthdays?
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them today, so I'm sorry. Some of these you don't know, and that's okay because we'll just I just need to recognize certain ones. So we're going to start with Laura Dern, Little House on the Prairie. I think she was in. She was in the Jurassic Park stuff. She's been around for a while.
Let's see. I don't know her. Little House on the Prairie?
Yeah, I believe she was with that. I'd have to check her IMDb, but I believe so.
I'm going to say 63.
You are correct, as in she's 59, and you get your 5 points between that you're allowed to be off by, so that is number one you got. The next one, you probably don't know who he is because you probably never watched Breaking Bad, but he is Vince Gilligan, and I actually like this guy. He's a great director and a great writer. I would love to work with him. But anyway, he's been... Breaking Bad ended in 2012, and it had a 10-year run. So that's I really admire this guy because I love his writing.
I can't really tell from his face. So
Yeah,
I'm going to take a wild guess. 55.
You got the point. He's 59. Next one, I know you know who she is. Jennifer Aniston.
Well, I'm going to tell you the truth. I happen to know how old she is. She's 57.
How'd you know that?
Well, I just know. Let's just put it that way.
Oh, okay. Admirer or stalker?
I'm a stalker. Not a stalker, maybe.
Hey, everybody needs their own.
I won't go that far.
Everyone needs their own stalker, you know? Okay, next one. Josh Brolin. The son of...
Josh?
Yes. Did you ever watch any of the Avenger movies?
No.
Did you ever...
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. It's okay. He's been in a lot of stuff. He's known for the Avenger movies because he was the big bad guy. He's also been in... he's been in a ton of stuff. His dad is... yeah. His dad was a Brolin too. Can't think of his name right now. So think about that. His dad is a famous movie star too.
Dad's a famous movie star. Okay, I'll say 53.
Good enough. 58. This next one I know you're not going to know, or at least I feel you're not going to know. Darren Aronofsky. Now what is he? He's a director, and he directed the main event, or he directed The Wrestler. He directed a couple years ago The Whale with what's his face? I can't think of his name. Anyway, he's a really big director. He lives in New York, and keep on the birthday ages that you're at right now, and you'll be fine.
I'll go 55 again.
Okay, he's 57, so you get the point. Christine.
That was a wild guess.
Yeah, well, it's easy when you get a big hint like this. Christina Ricci. She has been in, can't think off the top of my, she was in Wednesday. Actually, she's the lead in Wednesday, I believe. So
No.
well, no, she can't be in the lead.
Maybe.
No, she can't be in the
She
lead.
is. She is, right? She's right there.
Yeah. Well, if you right there, she played Wednesday, but I think that was in the movie, not in the series.
Not in the television.
Yeah. She's quite a bit older than the girl in the. But she was also. Oh yeah, there we go. There she was, and there she is. So yeah, she was in the movies. She was in a lot of things. She to give you a hint, because I know you don't know who she is, take 10 off of your last bid.
Geez, I'll guess 45.
Yeah, she's 46. You're really good at this today. I know I should have said 9, but anyway, or no. What did I say? I said take off 10. Yeah. Yeah, she's 46. This guy here, I know you know who he is, Arsenio Hall.
Arsenio Hall. Jeez, I'm going to say a good 57.
You're way low.
Really?
Believe it or not, way low. He's a little closer.
I'm not looking at the right.
He's a little closer to your age.
67.
70. So,
70.
Yeah. I know he looks good for his age, because even on this picture here, he looks pretty darn good. But I think this is probably closer to what he is now, because he's really.
Yeah,
I think he's real thin.
I should have looked at the one below it.
Yeah,
now I can see it.
Yeah, but that's not bad.
Well, I should have known better because he's been around forever.
Yeah, him and what was it? Eddie Murphy were buds. So,
yeah.
And Eddie's got to be getting up there too. Then we got. Did you watch? Oh shoot, what's the name of that show? Growing Pains. Joanna Kearns. That's the mother for Joanna Kearns.
Boy, I don't know.
Because you got to figure that movie or that show was probably late 80s. I'm thinking. She was the mother.
I'm going to say 72.
You're right there, 73. Henry Rollins, musician. I was trying to find what band he was in. I guess he was in his own band, but he's a really popular band guy, and he's around my age.
I'm going to say 55.
65.
65.
Yeah, 65. LeVar Burton of Star Trek fame. I guess it was was that the
Next Generation.
Next Generation. I couldn't remember the name of it. I never really watched the Next Generation.
Need the picture.
What's that? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't. I thought I brought it up. Hold on. I thought I brought it up, but there we go.
I'm going to say he looks a good 73.
You're within the 5. He's 69. Here's one. Ice-T. I used to be called Diet Ice-T. Not really.
He's probably 65.
He is 68, so you're within the points. William Catt. You may not remember him because it was beyond our time frame, but he was the Americans. What was it? This guy, the superhero guy. Don't look there because I just gave his age away. What was it? I can't even think of the name of the show. It was America's Greatest Hero or something, or whatever it was.
76.
He is 75. Close enough. Billy Joe Armstrong. Remember we were talking about Green Day last week? That's him.
Yeah. 35.
Believe it or not, 54.
54.
I'm thinking these must, let's see if there's any other ones of him older. He's aging really well if these are true. I think he's aging really well. Huh. I don't see any old pictures of him.
No.
So I'm guessing that he just is aging well. He must not be doing it. Look at this. He's in with, here's Eddie.
Right there?
That's, yeah, these are all him. This is him. This is him. This is him. This is him. Now, this is kind of him when he's a zombie, I guess. But here's Eddie Van Halen and him. Oh, man, that guy's really aging well. What did I say he was? He's 54. That's really good. I can't believe I wish I looked that good.
He's aging well.
I wish, yeah. You got to remember that band started, they made it really big in the 90s. So you got another, 20 years, 30 years, basically 30 years from some of these. But yeah, he's aging real well. He must not be doing drugs or drinking a lot because he's looking too good. But anyway, let's see. That's him. Okay, Jeremy Allen White. And I'm only using this. I'm doing this because I figure you don't know who he is. But I'm going to tell you, you might have seen something he was in. Did you see The Claw? The Von Erich story?
No.
Oh, okay. He was in that. That's the only reason I put him on this is because he was in that. And Iron Claw was what it was called. But he played one of the brothers of the Von Erichs. So, all right, you don't know him, so I'm gonna give you him. He's 35. There was a show in the, I'm going to say it was 90s, that had an alien couple, an alien family that they had to become part of the world. So this was one. This is Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and he's also been in a bunch of movies that were pretty big. He was also in Poker Face. He's also been in. He's been in a lot of movies. You probably don't know him, but he's really he's a good actor. He's like not a Tom Cruise, but he's like the guy that Amber Heard was with, Johnny Depp. He reminds me of Johnny Depp. He's kind of like a pretty particular guy.
I'm going to say 43.
He is 45. All right. Pretty good. All right, this guy here, you probably know his name, and if you don't, you will remember some of the things he's been in. Lou Diamond Phillips.
Lou Diamond Phillips. Oh,
Yeah.
I know him. He's a badass.
He's part of the Brat Pack.
He's probably 61 now.
He is 64, so that gets you another point. Wow, you're getting lots of points. Here you go. Paris Hilton. I never liked her in the beginning. I actually don't mind her now because she's become socially somewhat aware.
Boy, I have no clue how old she is. I'm going to guess 52.
Close enough, 45. All right, here we go. Ed Sheeran, another musician. He's a producer, too.
He's a producer?
Yeah,
Okay.
but he's really known for being a multifaceted musician.
42.
He is 35. You're within. Close enough. Michael Bay, who did Transformers, he's a director again. He also, he's been in he's done a lot of big things.
He looks 57 to me.
Good enough. 61. Jerry O'Connell, part of the group with part of the there were a bunch of guys that were in his group, and I'm trying to think, can't remember who they were off the top of my head, but he's been around a little while.
53.
52, you got it. Michael Jordan. I don't know if you ever heard of him. He's some guy that plays sports.
Never heard of Michael Jordan.
Yeah, he plays sports.
Jordan's got to be 68 or 69.
He's got to be 63, so you're close enough.
Okay.
Renee Russo, which I don't know if you're going to know her or not. The reason I kept her is because I forget why. She was in a lot of stuff. Thomas Crown. She was in Vogue magazine. She's been around for a little while. Closer to your age.
55.
Closer to your age.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She looks like this now.
I don't see that here.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm going to say 65.
By the way, she's aging really well. She's 70. Yeah. She's 72. And lastly, but not leastly, Larry the Cable Guy.
Larry's got to be in his 60s. 60, let's say 65.
He's 63. All right, you win. You won. You win a brand new car. I don't know. I don't know what you won. A brand used car. So, oh man. Yeah, you did really well today. Because I knew there were a bunch here you didn't know, but you just have that down now. You look at them and you can figure out by what their picture looks like for the most part. So I'm really proud of you about that. I couldn't do as well, I'm pretty sure. Got to close these windows now. We got a lot of windows open. It's too cold to have windows open. So I'm going to tell you a story that will make you laugh maybe. So my washer had died about probably about a month ago. And it's been too cold to go get one because I don't like cold weather. And this past weekend, it was a decent day. And last time I bought one, I bought these two big, huge ones. I bought this washer and dryer that were, fairly sizable. And I thought it'd be cool to have the big ones and all that. Anyway, I got the dryer in. It was easy. Well, not easy, but it was challenging. But then the washer, I couldn't get through the door. It was just, I got it through the door. I couldn't get it. When you come down to my stairs, there's like a hump, and you got to come down the stairs, and you turn right, and you can come around that corner, and then you come around that corner again.
Right.
Well, I had a hard time getting the big washer through there before. So I bought a smaller washer because I didn't want to have to go through that again. Well, this washer that I bought happens to be just a hair too small or too big. I spent like 2 hours yesterday, and the washer's at the bottom of the stairs yet because I can't get around the corner. And it's not a big giant washer. It's just wide enough and heavy enough that I can't do it myself. I had it kind of up there, but I just couldn't get it to that next thing by myself. No matter what I did, I could not get the washer over that hump. So it's sitting at the bottom of the stairs on its side. So I'm going to try it again tomorrow, but I couldn't figure out how to do it. It just really sucks because that would have been nice to be able to do my wash. Oh, why did I close that? Oh, okay. Let's close this, and we'll close this. Okay. So I got a challenge that I got to figure out how to get that washer to play with me. So just sucks. But I got a washer. Just got to get it. Got to get it where I need it to be. But I got a washer.
Doesn't do much good on its side, though.
It looks really good. It looks like it'll work really nice. So, all right.
Isn't the washer and dryer the same size?
No. No. Well, I don't know. It might be. I mean, I still have my old washer or my old dryer. My dryer works great, but my washer died on me. So I pulled the old washer out, and it I'm just mad because I can't get that new one in. I got to figure something out. Maybe I'll have to get some friends or something. I don't know.
That might be difficult for you, though, Mike.
It's very difficult. I'm not very friendly. So, yeah. All right. Where do we want to go from here? I can either give you the floor or we can continue.
Well, give me the floor for a minute and then we get done.
Okay. Go ahead.
Because I've got some stuff to talk about today.
Okay.
In my weekly brief, let's see. Venezuela. You want to know about Venezuela?
Actually, yes, I do, because I actually watched a video on Venezuela today on the culture and everything and all that stuff. So, yes, that would be good.
Well, all I have on Venezuela is that it seems to be going pretty good. It's one of Trump's successes at the moment.
Oh, cool.
And I say at the moment because things could change at any second.
Yes,
However,
they could.
Today, right before I came on, I saw on YouTube that 3 drug boats belonging to drug traffic organizations were sunk today.
Oh.
And 11 more drug traffickers are dead.
Wow.
2 boats in the Eastern Pacific with 8 dead, and 1 boat in the Caribbean with 3 dead.
Wow.
So, who knows if they're... It looks like they are. I mean, you can kind of see that they are, but it's hard to tell from the videos.
Right.
I'm taking the government's word for it. To date, that means there are 38 strikes and 133 men dead.
Wow.
To date in this operation, and 5 strikes so far this year.
Wow.
But to Trump's credit, the government in Venezuela seems to be working with the United States, and there doesn't seem to be too many problems in the country that is being reported. So that seems to be a positive for Trump.
I like that.
Now, Gaza, before I came on tonight, I had Gaza in Trump's win column. He has pledged $5 billion to aid in reconstruction and humanitarian efforts in Gaza. United States, the fund is open to anyone who's willing to contribute.
Wow.
Some international entities and countries already have contributed. He has pledged thousands of personnel for the International Stabilization Force and local police.
Okay.
Because they need to get an international force together so Hamas doesn't reconstitute itself. And act as police for Gaza during the reconstruction period. And the 20-member Board of Peace will meet on Thursday. And that was approved by the UN 13-0 in the Security Council, and nothing ever gets approved 13-0 in the Security Council.
That's pretty cool.
Trump win. Now, this 20-point peace plan, these are the things that have happened so far. Total ceasefire. I had fragile but holding. All hostages are out. They have all the hostages out. All the remains and all the living are out now.
Wow.
Relief aid is flowing into Gaza uninterrupted, so Gazans are eating to their fill now. The Technical Committee of Palestinians to Restore Basic Governmental Services is being constituted now. That's what that a lot of those thousands of people coming in from the United States are going. These are all Palestinians. They're not coming from the United States. Let me correct myself. They're going to run the government.
Wow.
These are non-Hamas fighters going to run the government. The fund is up and running, and 8,000 troops have been pledged for the stabilization force from other countries. It's going to be an international force. The really only big thing left to do is Hamas has to disarm. So just before I came on tonight on YouTube, I saw this video and I watched it. That's why I was late.
Okay.
IDF has given Hamas 60 days to totally disarm or the war starts again.
Oh. Okay.
They were told to do that by the Trump administration.
Okay.
To give Hamas 60 days. It is not a partial surrender, it's a total surrender. There was talk that they were going to allow Hamas to keep personal weapons because everybody in Palestine had personal weapons. So why should Hamas be any different?
Okay.
But that's not what it is now. Now they have to give up all their weapons. And all the tunnels going into Egypt have to be destroyed.
Oh, wow.
Because that's how they were getting their weapons in. It's coming in through the Sinai, coming up through Egypt. That's how they were getting their weapons. Okay? Now, Hamas has checkpoints around Gaza right now. It's confiscating civilian weapons. Because they're going to turn in those civilian weapons as their weapons. And keep their weapons.
Okay.
That's their plan. That has to be stopped. That has to be stopped. Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, suggests that Hamas has over 60,000 weapons.
Wow.
The IDF, Israel Defense Forces, and Israeli intelligence state that there's 90,000 combined weapons still in Hamas control, including IEDs, sniper rifles, grenades, and weapons taken from the IDF, including their own. That all has to be surrendered in 60 days, or the war's back on.
Wow.
So when I said this was to Trump's credit, it could all be falling apart. Coming from an Israeli spokesperson, total demilitarization or a return to war. That's their choice.
Wow.
We'll take their rifles from them if we have to.
Right. Wow.
Right? So far, Hamas has rejected the 60-day ultimatum.
Okay.
Trump's peace plan hinges on the disarmament of Hamas.
Wow.
So I was going to give Trump another credit, but I got to hold off on that because this whole thing could go to hell in a handbasket.
Yeah, unfortunately. Wow.
So, Iran. This is fun.
Okay.
Talks are ongoing. They started on February 16th, talks between the Trump administration and its representatives and the representatives of Khomeini. But they're dragging out. Today was a 4-hour talk. The Iranians said they're somewhat hopeful. The U.S. delegation had no comment. No progress. Iranians are just buying time by yapping. This is my read. They have no intention of fair negotiations. They're being weaponized right now by China. China's flying in their big heavy lifters into the airports, bringing in weapons. And I think what's going on and what a lot of people think's going on is Iran's just dragging this out as long as it can to get more weapons from China or throw at the United States. However, Trump wants all uranium out. He wants all the uranium out and all the centrifuges out. He wants no enrichment whatsoever. Iran says it's all for peace, and they'll agree, maybe, to take enrichment down to 20%. It's at 60% right now, their uranium stockpiles. Weapons grade is 90. It takes nothing to go from 60 to 90.
Okay.
It takes virtually nothing to go from 20 to 60. It takes a lot to go from 0 to 5. All you need for a nuclear power plant and for hospitals is 5%
Okay.
enrichment. They want 20. Why? So they can go back to 60 to 90 at any time they want. It's not a good negotiating point.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Well, Trump wants all that done. He wants all the mullahs out. He wants regime change. He wants all long and medium missiles out. They have between 18,000 and 3,000 long to medium range missiles, thousands of drones, and scores of rockets. Netanyahu, I keep pronouncing that wrong. But Benjamin, the Prime Minister of Israel, wants the long and medium range missiles gone because that impacts his nation. So he wants that to be number 1A on the list of things that Trump is dealing with, because he doesn't want those missiles raining down on Tel Aviv and Jerusalem. He wants them gone. So Trump, he was in last Wednesday. Benjamin was in Netanyahu was in Washington talking to Trump. It was their 7th meeting since Trump took office, and his stance is that regime change is the only option. Right? There's a problem though. There's 100 to 150,000 IRGC forces. These are the fanatics loyal to the mullahs and not to the country or to the people. They're loyal to the mullahs. They're the best trained, best fed, and best fed people in the country. And they have a lot of perks. And they're fanatics. They're jihadists. And they don't want to give up their perks. They're going to fight to the death.
Okay.
That's a problem. All right?
Yep.
Netanyahu wants the mullahs to stop supporting and funding Hezbollah, Hamas, and the Houthis, which are the proxies that surround Israel. He wants all jail protesters, prisoners released. He wants them to stop killing the protesters and those that help them. Do you know that the IRGC would walk into hospitals and shoot the wounded, the protesters that were wounded, and shoot the hospital personnel that were treating them?
Wow. I can't imagine. Jeez. What's wrong with this world?
Well, there's evil in the world, Mike.
Yeah, I know.
There's evil in the world. And Trump has a big decision. Now, let's think about this for a second. The economy of Iran is in tatters. Their currency is useless. There are food shortages. There's 40 to 50% inflation, and some people said today there was 79% inflation. I can't confirm that. 40 to 50% unemployment. Iran has never been weaker. The mullahs are sending a lot of money out of country in case they have to go.
Wow.
They're protecting themselves. All right? The Naval Armada and Air Force assets are ready to strike at any time. Two of the world's best militaries, ours and Israel's, are ready to strike at any time.
Wow.
Ready to pounce. There are two carrier groups in the area. The USS Abraham Lincoln and its strike group of destroyers and associated ships are there now. And the U.S. Gerald R. Ford and its strike group is coming from the Caribbean to the Middle East.
Yep, that's what I have. Yeah, I have that here too.
Might be there this weekend.
Yeah, that I had. Did I get this yesterday or today? The U.S. military yesterday said it was sending the USS Gerald R. Ford, the world's largest aircraft carrier, to the Middle East to reinforce another carrier sent last month. The move comes after indirect nuclear arms talks between the U.S. and Iran in Oman stalled. Earlier this week, President Trump said he intends to continue talks with Iran, but he warned he may take action if a nuclear deal is not reached. That scares me.
They will be there maybe by this weekend, maybe. Don't quote me on that, but it could be this weekend. I heard one report said by this weekend, but I can't go by one report. I needed a better source than that. If that carrier group gets in there and gets situated, that may be the red line that he draws in the sand. Do it now or else.
They've had a long-standing issue with everybody. I'm really surprised that they haven't been dealt with by now.
Well, including Trump in his first presidency, no president's been willing to take them on directly.
But they're not a big country. I don't understand why.
No, but see, here's the problem.
Okay.
This is what could happen in a war. Oil prices could spike. Today, they closed down the Strait of Hormuz to do live action firing. Oil went up 3% when they did that. Just simple fact that they closed down part of the strait to do live action firing sent oil prices skyrocketing.
Wow.
Can you imagine what would happen during a war? Right?
I would say during a
shot
war.
Missiles at targets
I would say during a war, I will be very happy that I have electric.
to have electric.
Suckers.
So they'll expand the war by striking U.S. bases around the area. They have threatened to activate death squads in major cities all around the world. They will activate their proxies to attack Israel. That's the Hamas, Hezbollah, and the Houthis. The Strait of Hormuz could be shut down. 1/5 of the oil of the world goes through the Strait of Hormuz, from the Persian Gulf out to the world. It has to go through this little strait that's only 21 miles wide. And Iran has missiles, cruise missiles, that can go 650 miles. So they can strike anything in that Strait of Hormuz. Right? Between swift boats, their mini subs and mines and missiles, the strait could be closed for a long time. Tankers from all over the world could be attacked and boarded by Iranian naval forces. The U.S. Navy could be overwhelmed by fast boat surge, mini missile attacks, and missile barrages.
That's crazy.
War is not imminent or inevitable, but it could be coming at any moment.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
And the last report from the Pentagon is they're preparing for a weeks-long, multi-week-long, sustained bombing war against Iran. And we have the assets in the area to do it. We have moved all the assets to the area to do a multi-week, long-term bombing campaign.
Oh, man.
Now, in the middle of all this, the UN saw fit to make Iran the vice chair of the UN Commission of Social Development. It's a women's rights group.
Okay.
Iran is the #1 purveyor of anti-women's rights.
That doesn't seem
No,
right.
it's hypocritical. The UN is ridiculous. The UN is completely ridiculous. It's a mockery.
Yeah.
It's a mockery. So just to let you know about the UN, where it stands. Israel has had 170 plus resolutions placed against it by the UN. 170 plus resolutions against Israel.
Wow.
All right? 80 total resolutions against all other countries combined. They're anti-Semitic. They hate Israel.
Wow.
So it's
It's
So you want to hear about Cuba? Cuba?
Sure. I'm sure that's just as bad.
It's running out of oil.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The last shipment they received is January 19th. This is the last information I have since the blockade of the U.S. Navy. They might only have a few weeks or even days left of oil.
Wow.
It's a crisis. There are power outages all over the place. Nobody flies into Cuba anymore because they can't refuel the jets. So nobody flies in. Russia flies in with fully loaded jet fuel and gets its citizens, and they're getting out. But everybody's gone now that has to get out because there's no more flights into Cuba. They can't refuel. Hotels, restaurants, and tourist spots are closed. Businesses are boarded up. Buses and cabs aren't running. Streets are devoid of cars. Factories are closed. Schools have sent their children home. And workers are receiving only partial pay from the government.
Wow.
It's a critical. Russia has called the situation critical. Cuba is screaming genocide, and it's telling its people to prepare for war.
Wow.
Now, this is what happens if Cuba falls. There's no assurance, first of all, that it will fall, right? Because they have a strong internal security apparatus. There is no organized opposition. There's no leaders ready to take over, right?
Yeah.
There are no negotiations going on with the Trump administration that anyone knows of. He's playing hardball. Are we really ready to go to war with Cuba? And who's going to take over the country if it falls?
I mean, I can't. If we go to war with Cuba, we just wait out till they run out of gas. It's not going to.
All we have to do, really.
Yeah, we don't even have to. We don't even have to bring our arms to them. We just sit back and watch and say, "Go ahead and start your tanks or whatever, airplanes or whatever. They're all going to run out of gas."
The humanitarian cost is high, though, because hospitals are running out of fuel, running out of medicine.
So who's running Cuba now? Is it still Castro?
It's his brother.
Okay. Apparently, it runs in the family.
Runs in the family.
I mean, I just don't get the whole.
I think it's Raul.
I can't imagine why they would be aligned with. Well, they aligned with Russia, right?
Russia, Iran, China,
yeah. Like why would you be in a situation like if they were aligned with us, they would be getting help. You know, instead of.
That's logical.
Yeah.
But they're communists. They're communists.
Yeah, well, maybe it's time for them to reconsider that. Doesn't seem to be working.
I would say yes, but see, there's going to be no internal revolt because of they rule with an iron fist. So right now, there's this humongous humanitarian crisis. And I don't know. Trump's playing hardball. We'll see what happens. But it's a catastrophe.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems we've been never friendly with Cuba for as long as I can remember, and it just seems like they should look at what their upside would be because they're not getting anywhere. I mean, they're only getting worse over the years. I can't imagine it being, and with Russia being on bankruptcy too. I mean, you're looking at a bunch of groups of people that aren't really stable monetarily, so they can't take care of their people. So there's got to be a better way to do that than go after the biggest bully in the community.
The only communist country that's functioning well is China. China has a good economy right now.
Oh, man.
But Russia's economy, you're right, is in the toilet.
Oh, that I just can't imagine like what the people. I mean, when you're growing up in that environment, you don't really realize that there's so much more in the world. So they probably kind of believe the government when they're saying that we're holding them back or whatever it is that they use to spread their evil thoughts and stuff like that to make people dislike us. But there's got to be a better way than what they're doing now. I just, all these years we've been like, we're not even fighting communism. It's like, you're there. Just let us alone. Let's try to work a deal out. I mean, I know I'm painting us as the good guys, and we're not always the good guys. But you know, at this point, it's just really bizarre that we have to deal with this.
Well, Putin's a dictator. Xing in China's a dictator. Raul Castro's a dictator. Maduro in Venezuela was a dictator. They're dictators.
Yeah.
And they build a security apparatus around them, suppress their people, and force their people to eat dog food, and wouldn't like it. And that's how they rule.
Yeah.
And they call it a paradise. Then you have the idiot in New York City who is a communist.
Yeah. Wow. That's crazy stuff.
Of course, he says it's because it hasn't been done right. So it's never been done right. That's what he claims.
Right. And he might be right. You never know. I don't know. I just think that
communism has failed everywhere it's been tried.
Yes, it has, and it continues to do that. So, well, yeah, crazy stuff.
So, one or two other things here. Mexican cartels. Let's go to the USA for a second.
Okay.
You know how we harp on them sending drugs our way?
Yep.
We blame them. Trump wants to invade. Trump wants to bomb. Trump wants to send special ops in to fight the cartels. All we ever hear about is the drugs coming from Mexico to the United States to kill our people. Well, here's another side of the coin. U.S. gun manufacturers have been supplying a great quantity of weapons and ammo to the cartels indirectly and legally. ATF has confiscated 440,000 rounds of 50 cal bullets since 2012, and they have all been linked back to Lake City Army Ammunition Manufacturing Plant in Missouri. What's happening here is that this Lake City Army Ammunition Manufacturing Plant has civilian contracts along with governmental contracts. The civilian contracts sell 50 cals to civilians in the United States of America. Now, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Do you know what a 50 cal is, first of all?
I'm thinking that's a gun.
It's a huge weapon. It's for light armor. I used to fire a 50 cal. I was responsible for a 50 cal. I used to fire it. It sat on. You don't carry a 50 cal. You mount it on trucks or on Jeeps.
You sound like you're bragging about that, but it's not the size of the gun. Maybe it is.
Maybe it is. But anyhow, it's a big weapon, and it's a dangerous weapon, and it's for killing light armored vehicles. It's not for killing people. What does a U.S. citizen need with a 50 cal weapon?
Yeah, that's true. Don't know the answer to that.
I don't have an answer for that.
Yeah.
But evidently they can sell them. And what happens is that people buy them and then turn around and sell them to the cartels illegally. So we have this mass influx of 50 cals going down to Mexico into the cartels, and they're out manning the local police and local army units because they're better equipped, they're better weaponized, than the locals are trying to fight them.
Wow.
And they're all coming from the U.S. arms sales.
Jeez.
So why aren't we hearing our Trump administration trying to stop this?
Good question.
You don't hear that. You only hear the drugs coming one way, but we are sending weapons to the cartels to fight the Mexican authorities. And they're outgunning the Mexican authorities. I mean, I have a whole rift of information, but it's not worth going over. But it's just maddening to me that I only discovered this in the last week. This has been going on for years and years. Most 62% of all the traffic weapons and ammo come through Arizona per year after purchase. They come through Arizona. That's where it's coming through, to Sonora, Mexico. That's where the transactions take place.
And I would imagine that that's illegal, right? I mean, I can't imagine them being able to sell
They're
those.
purchased by civilians.
Yeah. Well, how could you?
They're sold in Sonora, Mexico.
But how could they be legally purchased? Something that big.
They shouldn't be legally purchased. There should be no civilian. There's no civilian need for a 50 caliber weapon.
Yeah, I mean, what's your excuse? Oh, I want to shoot my deer. It's deer hunting season. You know, I there's no reason. There's no legal or logical reason for anyone, a regular just Joe Schmo, to have one of those at all. There's not a possible reason for that. That's like people, I know you can own it. I know you can own a tank, but it's like, how could you, what are you going to do with a tank, and why are you buying a tank? You know, it's those kind of things don't make any sense to me.
I mean, I know there's such a thing as a collector, but we're talking about a scale of purchase that is much higher than just 10 or 20 collectors in the country.
Right. It doesn't make sense.
If you're a collector, you should probably make the weapon not able to fire.
Oh, I thought that they had to be that way. I mean, in other words, you can't buy a tank that's able to be shot. You can buy a tank, but you can't buy a tank that's able to be shot. Now, why could you buy one of these 50 or what was it, 50 caliber or whatever it is?
50 caliber.
Why are you able to buy a 50 caliber when you can't? You shouldn't be able to shoot that. You shouldn't have that. Or maybe they fix it so that they can get it. Maybe they buy it so it's not that way, and then they either manufacture through 3D printing or something the pieces that need to that are needed to shoot it. I don't know, but it seems really bizarre that they're able to even buy something like that because of the legality of or the danger involved. I mean, think about it. The guy that did the Killdozer, you know. He built a Killdozer. Yeah, and you know about this, right? I mean, I'm not making this up. There's a guy that got frustrated at the government in I forget which state it was, but he got mad because all the community guys on the board kept denying his request. He had bought a piece of property, he was running a shop, a metal shop that he owned, and they kept making it impossible for him to do business. Then they sold a building, or sold a plot of land next to his that took his road down, so he couldn't use his road, so his business was really unable to run. So he got mad at the community, not at the community, but at the board members of the community, the police. Everybody was against him running his business. It was just a repair shop. And they made it very difficult for, and I'm sure the guy was obnoxious too, but the guy ended up closing his business, and in the inside of the business, he built a Killdozer. He took a Komatsu bulldozer, and he built it impenetrable. No one could. He built a giant. It was like a tank out of metal.
I think I saw this.
It's really.
It was a while ago.
Yeah, this is like 25 years ago or something, but more than that, I think. But the guy didn't. He was an ex-vet too, and so he had knowledge on how to do this stuff. He built this killdozer. He basically had technology. He had a computer in it and everything, so he could see where he was going, and it just was horrible that they wouldn't take care of this vet. I mean, he was minding his own business. I'm sure he was a little obnoxious too, but they really treated him badly. So he just got mad and he took revenge on them all. He welded himself inside the vehicle. They couldn't get to him, and he would have done more had he not gotten stuck in a position that he couldn't get out of, and then he shot himself and killed himself because he just gave up. He just decided that he got revenge on the police. He got revenge on the guy that was on the lot next to him. He destroyed their house. He destroyed the police department. He didn't destroy anything to anyone that didn't do him wrong. But still, it was just it was sad, that people were pushed to that point. And that's why I worry about a guy that has a .50 caliber, because there are people out there that will use it. And, that kind of thing does happen. So,
I will try to find out the legalities of this thing, but I was just taken back that we harp so much on the drugs coming this way, but we're not harping on the weapons going that way. Yeah. I'm surprised that you're telling me about the .50 caliber. I'm really surprised about that. And like I said, with tanks, they have to be disarmed so that you can't supposedly shoot them. Now, that's not to say, again, with 3D printing, you can make virtually anything. So. Yeah. Hey, do you have anything on ice on Minnesota?
I have, yes, I have something on ice. I don't know. Yeah, it is Minnesota. The federal government yesterday opened a criminal probe into statements made by two immigration officers about the non-fatal shooting of the Venezuela national Julio Cesar Soso Celis in Minnesota last month. The news comes as a judge yesterday also dismissed charges against Sosa Celis and another man involved in the incident. The officers who were put on administrative leave risk termination and criminal prosecution. Is that what you're looking for?
No, but that's okay. You go ahead. I'm interested.
How many things are going on in Minnesota?
Well, it's winding down.
Yeah, I hope so. This is just down. This is just it's a probe about. It says here, federal authorities have opened a criminal probe into whether two immigration officers lied under oath about a shooting in Minneapolis last month, as all charges were dropped against the two men, the Venezuela men. Immigration and Custom Enforcement Director Todd Lyons said Friday that his agency opened a joint probe with the Justice Department after video evidence revealed sworn testimony provided by two separate officers appears to have made untruthful statements about the shooting. One of the men during the Trump administration's immigration crackdown against the Minneapolis-St. Paul area. The officers whose names were not disclosed are on administrative leave while the investigation's carried out. He said Lyons said the two ICE officers could be fired and face criminal prosecution. Lying under oath is a serious federal offense, adding that the U.S. Attorney's Office is actively investigating. The men and women of ICE are entrusted with upholding the law and are held to the highest standards of professionalism, integrity, and ethnic conduct. Violations of this sacred sworn oath will not be tolerated. ICE remains fully committed to transparency, accountability, and the fair enforcement of our direct marketing, of our... Come on, close. There we go. Now I don't even know where I was. Oh, what happened? What happened? I didn't have her. I didn't want her. Oh, well. Anyway, you got the general gist of things. So, what did you have?
Minnesota operation called Metropolitan Surge started December 1st. It's finally winding down.
Okay.
4,000 arrests of violent illegal aliens, according to ICE. With deportations in the offing have been arrested. 70% committed violent illegal acts. 4,000 people have been arrested.
Wow.
200 arrested for impeding federal agents, but they'll probably get slaps on the wrist. But 70% now. The Democrats are said committed violent acts. Only 14%. ICE says 60 to 70%.
Okay.
Now, what's the difference? This is the difference. The 14% does not include, and this is a CBS report that's totally erroneous. Here's why. These are nonviolent crimes that fall under the 14%. Drug trafficking does not fall under the 14%. DWIs do not fall under the 14%. Theft, all kinds of theft, all kinds of fraud, child pornography, child endangerment, right, does not fall under the 14%.
Right.
That's a whole lot of crimes that are, in my view, dangerous and violent in some form or another.
Right.
If you add those in, it gets up to 60%.
Wow.
The Democrats purposefully took them out to make it 14%. They're trying to minimize the effectiveness of ICE. Now, did ICE do a fantastic bang-up job in Minnesota? No. You know, they have a PR problem, too. They have a terrible spokesperson who I just saw resign today.
Mm.
And they have bad leadership because they're not getting their point of view out. If it is true that they arrested 4,000 of the worst, why don't we know about that?
Good question. That's a good question. I don't know.
If it's true. I'm only taking their word for it.
Right.
That 4,000 is from them. I'm only taking their word for it. Now, I lean to believe them, but I don't know why I believe them when their PR is so terrible.
Yeah.
How do I know that's true?
Good point.
And if these other two ICE officers lied under oath, how many other people are lying under oath?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Good question. Don't know the answer to that.
Good question. Don't have a good question.
Yeah.
So, Homeland Security needs a better PR department, and they need to come clean, and they have to have a better spokesperson.
Yeah.
So, I just want to end with this. Trump positives. Economy seems pretty good.
Okay.
Economy is doing pretty good. Crime is down across the board on all measures. Crime is down.
Yeah.
Gaza seemed good, and Venezuela seems good. These are his positives. Now his negatives. He hasn't changed his demeanor at all.
No.
That's a big negative. ICE, the United States of America, didn't like what happened in Minnesota.
No.
They didn't like it a bit. His numbers are down because of it.
Yep.
They didn't like the deaths. They just didn't like people dying. I don't know if they passed judgment one way or the other because they didn't know. But whether it was a good death or a bad death, it doesn't matter. They don't like the deaths. They don't want people in the United States dying.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Good point.
Prices are perceived to still be high.
Okay.
So the economy's good, but prices are still high.
Well, I have here the inflation eases more than expected. Hits a nearly 5-year low. The Bureau of Labor Statistics yesterday reported that the Consumer Price Index rose 2.4% year over year in January, down 3.3% from December, and the lowest since May. The core Consumer Price Index, which excludes volatile food and energy cost, was up 2.5% last month. Its most gradual increase since April 2021. The data suggests inflation is cooling. The prices are still about 25% higher than it was 5 years ago. Relatedly, surveyed Americans plan to spend $87 on their partner on the average this Valentine's Day. That's roughly 44% down from last year.
Mike, I'm on a budget plan for heat and electricity. And I just got notice today that it's gone from $300 a month to $371 a month.
Wow.
As of next month.
That's like almost 30%.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it excludes, if I heard you right, it excludes volatile foods and energy costs.
Correct.
Those are the two things that people are perceiving that the economy isn't doing any better. Because energy's still high. Even though gas prices are down, energy's still high. And a lot of food is still high. Meats are high.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I don't know. I just really hate the fact the prices don't go down. I mean, when we see them go up, they don't come down. I don't care what anyone says. They've not come down in my lifetime. So.
Yeah. And then the other negative of Trump is ego.
Yes.
His ego is still off the charts. And lastly, we're just waiting for the body bags to come in from Iran. If American soldiers and airmen start dying, and sailors start dying, that's going to be a negative.
Yeah, that could be definitely a negative against everything he's trying to portray, I guess. So.
Do you know who Carly B is?
Yes.
Carly B encouraged concert goers to jump ICE agents if they come to her concert to arrest illegal criminal aliens.
That's just
something wrong with that girl.
Yeah. Well, put her in the same cell with what's his face. Diddy. Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah. Oh, and lastly, I got this, and you're going to have to explain this to me. Disney's Snow White reported he lost $170 million at the box office. It was a box office bomb. I didn't know that. It said it cost a whopping $336.5 million to make.
Wow.
And it said it lost $170 million. Is that domestic or is that international?
I would imagine.
We don't know, do we?
Yeah, we don't really know. That's sad. Was this a recent release? Did this just get released?
Yeah, I just got this off the news this week.
Huh. Okay. Well, I don't know.
I thought it was interesting. I wanted to ask you if you knew.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't know that. Weird. Ugh. Yeah. Christine says groceries are ridiculous. Yeah.
I agree with her.
Yeah, they don't ever come down. Who would have thought that you'd spend like $20 for a sandwich at a freaking McDonald's or whatever? You know, you can't get out for that. We went to we were going to the school, and we were going to go to there's a diner on the way there, and actually prices were okay, but then they were closed for something, I don't know, renovations or something. So we stopped at Popeyes because neither of us had Popeyes for years. For a 6-piece, what do you think? An 8-piece. What do you think an 8-piece chicken would run you?
I bet you $17.
$24.
$24.
That's ridiculous. That's $4 a piece. And that was not with any French fries or any potatoes or anything. That was just the chicken. And I was like, what is going on here? You know, that's why I don't go eat. Well, that's one of the reasons I don't eat fast food. But the other reason is I don't eat fast food because I don't want to be as fat as I used to be. And when you get fast food, that's what you get. You get fast food, and it's not healthy food. So,
no, it's not.
So I don't really eat that stuff that much.
So I stopped for breakfast this morning with my wife, and we went to this place that we kind of liked, and I didn't notice it last time. This time I noticed it. The bill was breakfast, $24.15 for breakfast.
Wow.
Which is kind of high to begin with.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Yeah, when you consider...
But then the check said $25 non-cash.
What? Okay.
They upcharged me for a credit card.
Oh, wow. I didn't think you were allowed to do that.
I didn't think you were either, but they did it. I'm not going back to that place.
Now,
okay.
There's a place we go to up in Selinsgrove that's a fire hall that serves reasonably priced meals. We last time we were there, the two of us ate, and but I don't remember what I had. I don't remember. I think I had wings or something, and I don't remember what Christine had. But whatever it was, for the two of us, it was like $25 for two people. So that's not. I mean, in today's economy, that's what it's going to be. And we ate at I can't remember I never remember the name of the other place. It's a restaurant right up the street here from us that we ate there, and we both had a full meal for it was on Valentine's Day, and it cost us let's see here. It was 30 something for the two of us. That wasn't too bad either. I mean, I'm used to paying, usually I don't eat in places that I try not to go out too much because, why even own a kitchen if you're not going to ever use it? And plus I'm cheap and I don't like to be out in public a lot. So I only go out occasionally, like when you're in town, I'd like to go out every once in a while. And, but I get frustrated when I see what some of these places charge. It's crazy. I don't know.
So I took Patty out for her birthday.
Yeah.
We went to this trendy place out in this little area on the other side of town, and it was a nice little town, this trendy little boutique shop. And there were 3 adults and 2 kids, and the bill was $80.
That's insane.
And all we had was lunch.
Yeah, that's the way it is nowadays. I mean, it's just crazy.
With the tip, it was $100. So
yeah. I mean, remember when you and Rob and I went out? We went out to that rib place or whatever,
yeah.
And that was over $100. Yeah. It's crazy that's you can't really. I mean, it's a luxury. I guess I don't know. I just think it's crazy that.
That's why people think the economy's not good, Mike, because people can't eat out anymore. They can't afford groceries. My heating bill went up over 30%.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, they aren't.
Trump could scream all day long that the economy's good, but people are looking at him like he's crazy.
And the problem is, it's not his fault necessarily. They just don't want to drop the prices. They don't have a problem raising the prices because everybody's raising the price. But if everybody,
they're going to get theirs while they can.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. That's the way I would probably be too. Unfortunately, because I'm a guy that likes money, but I'm on the other side of that, and I don't want to spend it. So. It's crazy, but that's the way it is. And I don't know. So, all right, you got it. Got anything else?
Oh, I think I've said enough. I've bored everybody and depressed them enough.
All right.
Let's get on to something good.
Let's get on to something good. Okay, we got lots of stuff to talk about. I mean, I've got Paramount's still on the on trying to get that Netflix thing taken care of, trying to get them to stop trying to want that Warner Brothers thing. This is the latest I've got on it. Now, first off, I had gotten this earlier last week. It said that they weren't giving up. That it said Paramount upped its offer for Warner Brothers with a fee for shareholders and promised to pay $2.8 billion termination fee per a filing Tuesday. That was for last Tuesday, I guess. Or maybe it was for today. I don't know. But it's now we'll add a 25-cent per share ticking fee, which will pay to the Warner Brothers shareholders for each quarter its transaction has not closed beyond December 31st, 2026. Additionally, it said the company will pay $2.8 billion termination fee to Netflix. They really want this bad. They must really, really want this bad. Well, that was last week's. Now here's what it says here. Wait a minute. Let's see. It also said that Netflix Global Chief Affairs Officer says human cost of a Paramount, Skydance, and Warner Brothers Discovery deal would be astronomical. On Fox's business network on Monday, it said Cleet Williams rang the alarm bells on the Paramount deal bid for Warner Brothers. Netflix currently has the deal in place for Warner Brothers streaming and studio business. They have what we call Noah's Ark problem, which is if they effectuate this deal, they're going to have two of everything. The largest cost sorting the duplication out would be the human cost. And it says here, Paramount's identified $6 billion in synergies with WBD Discovery. And then today I got this. It says Warner Brothers open to best and final offer from Paramount. So here they're actually talking about...
Well, I got something even more recent. Netflix grants Warner Brothers Discovery 7-day waiver to reopen deal talks with Paramount Skydance.
Huh. Well, that might be what this is, too. It says here, let me bring this up here. I mean, I've never seen this is a battle that's really, this is crazy. This battle's been going on now for a while. It says, is that what you said, 7 days?
7 days.
Warner Brothers says that Netflix is giving it 7 days to talk to David Ellison to try and resolve the outstanding concerns and secure a best and final bid, but it still recommends the Netflix deal. In a major update to its ongoing sale process, Warner Brothers Discovery is set to set a March 20th vote for its blockbuster deal with Netflix, but the company says it will re-engage with David Ellison's Paramount Skydance to see if it can resolve the outstanding issues it had with PSKY's bid and to secure the best and final offer from the company. WBD said that Netflix has granted it a 7-day waiver to talk with Paramount, and let's see here. The and a representative for Ellison's company told, stop this with the. It's no wonder people use ad blockers. Warner Brothers said that after the PSKY's last offer, a representative from Ellison's company told Warner Brothers Discovery board member that it was willing to pay $31 a share for WBD, and it would not. And it would still not be its best and final offer. So in a statement today, Paramount said that it would take WBD up on the offer to hold talks, although it would also proceed with its tender offer and plan proxy fight as the talks happen. Although the board's actions are unusual, Paramount is nonetheless prepared to engage in good faith and constructive discussions. Paramount said in a statement. At the same time, we will continue to advance our tender offer, maintain our solicitation in opposition to the inferior Netflix merger, and proceed with our intention to nominate a slate of directors at the upcoming annual meeting. Netflix...
Okay, so what they're going to do is they're going to try to tell the people that the Netflix offer is inferior to theirs and you need a new board member.
Right. And it should be noted that Netflix, it should be noted, has the right to match any offer from PSKY under the merger deal with WBD. So, yeah, we're... This is like...
This isn't over.
This is
not over.
This is like WrestleMania, man. There's all kinds of stuff going on here. So...
See, the thing I don't understand is that Paramount may price itself out of business.
That's true. Then Netflix will buy them both.
Then Netflix, and be the great ape and King Kong ape in the streaming business.
It's amazing that this has gone on like this. I can't imagine it being worth that much to anyone.
Well, Paramount must think it's not going to last if it doesn't get it.
Right. And
that must be what they think. They think they won't make it.
And they may not. They may be, because I would say out of all the channels that I've got, I don't watch Paramount. And I just don't, I don't even see anything interesting on Paramount. But then again, I'm watching Netflix. I'm watching YouTube. I'm watching wrestling, which is on HBO Max. And I'm watching wrestling on... Netflix, and also it's also on USA or well, not this week because of the Olympics, but just crazy that this has gone on this long. I never saw that it would go this long. So
I watched Paramount for one thing, Star Trek.
I watched it for one thing too. Also, that's the Tulsa King. I like that.
If it wasn't for Star Trek and all its iterations, Paramount could go away.
Yeah, and Paramount. And funny enough, that the story about that is that Star Trek was originally a bomb. It wasn't until after they were canceled that they became popular. So
syndication became popular.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy, but yeah, and you know who owned Paramount, right?
No.
Back in the day, the owners of Paramount was Lucy.
Lucy owned it.
Lucy, yes. The Paramount was originally Desi Lou Productions, and they actually owned Star Trek, and they owned all that stuff back in the day. They bought when Lucy got divorced from Desi, became Paramount. So that's where that all came from. So that's crazy stuff when you think about it.
This should be interesting because not that it matters to me, but I don't have a horse in the race. But I don't know. I would still think Netflix would come out ahead.
Well, Netflix is probably the long-term situation, and I think that they definitely have the way to make the money. They're the only ones making money in streaming. Well, I think Disney made a small profit this last quarter, but they're still not, they're not really making a lot of money. The only ones that have it down are Netflix. Actually, Netflix, let me see, where do I have it? Here we go. I ran across this the other day. I thought, let's watch this.
There's a better way to rent movies. As many as you want for only $17.99 a month and no late fees. Go to Netflix.com. Make a list of the movies you want to see, and in about one business day, you'll get 3 DVDs. Keep them as long as you want without late fees. Then when you're done, look, prepaid envelopes. Return one, and they'll send you another movie from your list. It's easy.
Netflix. All the movies you want, only $17.99 a month and no late fees.
I figured I had to do that because I needed to help them make some more money. I need them to. I remember, when you had to go to the machine and you had to put the money in the. You would get you swipe your card and you get the DVDs and you have to return them the next day and.
Redbox.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Redbox. Yes. So that was kind of funny because that was the same. I think it's the same company. I think didn't they own Redbox?
I don't know.
I'm going to find out. Let's find out. Redbox. Same. Okay, let's find out. Okay. No, Redbox and Netflix are not the same. They are distinct different companies with different models. Both historically provided movie rentals. Netflix evolved into a dominant streaming, where Redbox focused on the physical kiosks. Netflix ended up DVD by mail in 2023, and Redbox continues to operate? Really?
Wow.
I don't know that I've seen any Redboxes. I don't know. That's funny. Oh, that's well, we now learned something. We had to be careful that we ended up learning something by mistake. All right. Let's see. What was this one? I got to remember why I did this. Why did I do this? What was Urban Sitter? I forget what that was. Oh, yeah. How do you like this? Babysitting. Okay, I know what I wanted to do. So, did you? Okay. Did you see what babysitters are getting nowadays?
$18 to $30 an hour.
National average for one kid is $26.24 an hour. National average for two kids, $29.87 an hour. The top.
How can you afford to go up?
Yeah, I was just thinking that. How can you afford to even work? The three highest cost cities. San Francisco is $29.63 an hour. Seattle is $27.70 an hour. Honolulu is $27.22 an hour. The lowest cities are San Antonio at $18.21 an hour. Dallas-Fort Worth is $19.25 an hour. Boy, that's the slums. And Columbus. Oh, here we go. $19.98 an hour.
Man.
Is that insane or what? I just, that's just crazy. Philadelphia is $20.10 an hour. Wait, what's the first? Okay, for one, and then the other one's for two. Let's see if we have anything for Ohio here. We don't have any Ohio. Oh, it did say up there the one was Ohio, so
Columbus.
That's just insane. That's insane.
Well, we're probably around the same. Cincinnati.
That's crazy.
They, for $29 an hour, they better have a lot of certifications.
I'm wondering if they have any certifications. I mean, I guess they probably do because they got to, whatever. So, yeah, that's one thing that I found interesting. Then we got a tractor trailer carrying 40,000 pounds of milk. 40,000 pounds of milk crashed on I-81. 8 hours down, 8 hours of being down. I just think that's insane that's the case for that. Insane. Oh man, milk all over, milk all around it. So there we go. Did your team win the Super Bowl?
I didn't care who won.
You didn't care? Oh, none of your teams were in it. That's right. We talked about that. Yeah, I want to see if this is going to show us the highway or something with all that milk happening now. Okay, we're going to, come on. Okay, so it's all at night. So you can't tell the milk from the snow. Unless it was chocolate milk, then you could tell. Although depends on the town. Because I mean, if you were having milk spilled in a mud town, it would be chocolate milk. Dauphin County, okay. This is kind of cool. So Dauphin County nonprofit transforms an old retirement home into a place for the unhoused. Kind of thought that was cool, especially in this day and age where nobody cares about anyone else. To take that old retirement home and give unhoused members of its community a place to stay, especially in this cold. So that was cool. So I found that was a good piece of information. Then, so even though you didn't watch the Super Bowl or didn't care about the Super Bowl, here's the statistics. They did 124.9 million viewers, the most watched, second most watched behind the 2025 game. Bad Bunny's halftime show is the fourth most watched with 128.2 million viewers. The Puppy Bowl draws 15.3 million viewers, but the actual audience, best audience since 2018. So there we go. There's our statistics that matter.
Now, do you think that because Turning Point USA challenged the halftime show, do you think more people watched the halftime show?
That's
a fuss made about it.
That's a good question. I think.
I kind of think it did.
It was what I say, fourth most watched.
Well, it's fourth most watched.
I think they could have done better if nobody watched. Everybody, all the rednecks watched the Republican one. So, I think there would have been more people. So, I don't know. Just a thought.
Just a thought.
Then there was a shooter in Tumbler Ridge, British Columbia. This was the shooter is identified as an 18-year-old transgender student at the secondary school targeted. Police have not identified the motive as of this writing. I don't know. I don't know how much of that has to do with the transgender part of it, but it may have.
You won't know unless there's a manifesto.
Right, and that's the sad part of it. The suspect in the school shooting was an 18-year-old who had a history of police visits to her home to check on her mental health. So this is a mental issue. This is not a transgender issue, and I guess that's the part I want to stress is that this person. I mean, it's a shame. More than 25 people were wounded. 9 people were killed. And that's a shame that people had to die because somebody, I don't know. Christine says, does that factor in all the groceries that the babysitter eats? Maybe it does. I don't know. It's hard to say. Yeah. Let's see here.
Yeah, plus you're supposed to stock a refrigerator with things that babysitter likes.
YouTube reported more than $60 billion in revenue for 2025. The new disclosure covers revenue across advertising as well as subscriptions for services such as YouTube Premium TV, and gives somewhat of a window into how massive the user base on the service is. In total, the company reported 325 million paid subscriptions in its fourth quarter. That's unbelievable.
Well, I'm a YouTube junkie now.
Me too, and I hate to say that because I wouldn't say that a couple years ago, but it seems like now, I mean, anything you want to watch is there. I mean, there's something for everybody. I've been watching these things on foreign countries, life in these different countries, and like China and Japan. Japan's an interest of me because they're big wrestling fans over there, and it just is amazing to me the way they make these countries look really attractive because the ones I've been watching are trying to get you, I guess, to probably go visit them. But really, it's really, I can see what the fascination is with YouTube because I'm, like I like to watch a civil rights lawyer. I watch him all the time. I watch Whistling Diesel. Do you know about Whistling Diesel?
No.
He's in a big controversy right now. So he's about a 30-year-old kid, has a YouTube channel. He's grown really big, and he's known for destroying things he buys. He'll buy a Lamborghini, and he'll destroy it. He'll just drive it till he bought a Lamborghini. Actually, this backfired. He bought a Lamborghini. He kept talking about how he wanted to have this car, and he gets the car and he's racing it around, having fun. Him and his friends, they're following him, filming stuff, and he was running through a field somewhere, and it caught fire from, all the stalks from the corn and stuff got wrapped in the wheels, and the wheels were spinning so fast it actually caught fire. So he got out of the car, and he didn't try to destroy this car this way. He got out of the car and watched it burn to the ground. And also it caught their vehicle that they were following them in on fire too. So they lost the rental van that they had that was caught fire. So he lost the Lamborghini and the van. And so you think that's bad enough. So bad enough, add 6 months to the trip now, and he's at his place in Tennessee, and these cops come up, and I thought this wasn't real. These cops come up and they arrest him on the spot. Now you think, well, why was he arrested? Why do you think he was arrested?
I have no idea.
Yeah, nobody. He didn't even know. They didn't even say why he was being arrested right away. And after they put him in cuffs, the reason I didn't believe it was real is because they were filming his people were filming everything, and here he was arrested for buying the Lamborghini in Montana. I should say he I don't know where he bought it from. I think, but he had it registered in Montana. Well, Montana has no sales tax on cars, so a lot of people will start a corporation in Montana so they can buy these high performance cars and not pay taxes. Well, so the government, the federal government didn't go after him. The state government went after him in Tennessee because they saw his videos and saw that the car that burned to the ground was registered in Montana. He never got the car to Tennessee. It never made it to Tennessee. He got the car, he was playing with it, and he burned it to the ground in another state. They said he's being arrested for not paying the sales tax on that car, which is about $30,000. Now, he said he was never told about it, and his accountant had been visited by the police prior to this, and they told her, you're not allowed to tell him that he owes this money. So he got arrested for tax evasion, and so he's fighting this. He's fighting.
I'd fight it too.
Yeah, he's fighting it in court, and he's probably gonna win it. But he just got arrested for a second car for the same reason, for not paying tax on it. But they don't give him the chance to. They have to give you a chance to buy or to pay that tax, and they didn't. They told him to be quiet about it. So he's.
I think that's wrong.
Yeah, he's fighting it in court. So yeah, that's kind of really sad that happens. Are you a Beatles fan?
Who?
Beatles.
Beatles? No, not really.
Would you buy a drum kit from Ringo's drum set?
Well, no, that would depend. Can I get it for under $100?
If you add a 29,990,000 to it. So the Beatles has a drum set that was used on Ed Sullivan that is selling for approximately $30 million. No, we don't know how much it's going to go for, but supposedly it's going to be going for a lot. And it's at Christie's. So it'll be interesting to see. It says, here we go. It says the Beatles' historic debut in Ed Sullivan Show 1964. It's estimated to go for $1 million. To Sly Stallone's handwritten script notebook for Rocky. And Irsay bought it just 5 years ago at Julian's for $16,000. Christie's estimates it will be $200,000 this time. That
was a worthwhile investment.
Yeah, and here you go. The volleyball that was used in Tom Hanks' Castaway is estimated to go from $60,000 to $80,000 for a basketball. It says the market reached a new high in 2024 when Heritage Auctions sold a pair of Judy Garland's ruby slippers for $32 million. Who has this kind of money? I want to know who has this kind of money.
Billionaire.
Yeah, I can't imagine wanting that pair of slippers. I mean, it's probably some guy that's gets off on shoes or something, but that's just. And then then one of the last things I put in my notes, Logan Paul, you know who he is?
Yeah.
He's a Guinness Book of World Records holder. Guess what he did?
For what? No, I have no idea.
You're gonna be upset about this. I am. He bought something. It started at $500,000, and he ended up spending $16 million. $16,492,000. Now, do you want to guess what it is?
I have no idea.
A Pokemon card.
You're kidding.
I wish I was. A Pokemon card. It's the Pikachu illustrator. It says here, officially made Paul's PSA 10 Pikachu illustrator not only the most expensive Pokemon card ever, but the most expensive trading card ever sold at an auction.
There's something wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't give him $10 for it. A Pokemon card. I mean, geez, I would buy a Lamborghini first and burn it up in a field.
How much does a Lamborghini cost?
A couple million.
$1 million.
Yeah, that's just insane. Insane. This is just. I just don't understand. I really don't. I don't get this whole thing that.
This auction thing.
You saw where I came from. You know where I came from. So I'm.
I know you still have the first penny you ever made. So.
Well, I may have lost it when I bought the car, but who would have thought that? I mean, I and you never saw my house before that. Before the house I had before that was my parents' house. Before that, we didn't have running water. I spent 14 years without running water, and so I'm very picky about what I do buy. And I can't even imagine spending $16 million on a Pokemon card.
Wow.
It's insane. It's insane. It's insane. Some people have just too much money, I guess. I don't know. But I saw that in the news today that he got a Guinness Book of World Records. I don't know. I just don't get it. Let's talk about Sylvana Guthre.
Yes.
That is just getting so weird. She was supposedly taken the 31st of January. She's been gone for 15 days? What's today? Today's the 17th. 17 days, 18 days. She doesn't have any.
And they're no further along than what they were then.
Right. They're saying that she doesn't have her meds. She's probably dead if she doesn't have her meds, because she had heart issues and stuff. And I think what happened was she was kidnapped and she ended up dying, and they don't know what they're going to do, the kidnappers. Because even if they get the money, they're really messed up now. And they said that the family's been cleared, but I don't know that that's true. They may be saying that because you give the family the,
rope they need to hang themselves.
Yeah, well, and make them feel like, oh, you might be, you're through, you're cleared now. But the truth of the matter is that it's so weird. We're going to find out something eventually. We're going to figure this out, or we're not going to figure it out. They're going to figure it out. And I just wonder what that whole thing is about. Why? I mean, because they wanted $6 million. No, they wanted, I forget what they wanted originally. But the daughter offered $6 million, and they didn't take it. So I don't know what they're expecting out of it.
I think you might be right, but
I think she's dead. I don't think we're going to see her again. But I mean, the smartest thing would be, from a criminal's perspective, is get rid of the body. But they found the glove. I mean, I can't believe that the idiot was that stupid that they lost the glove. And if that's true, I mean, they could be fabricating stuff now, which I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I've heard various things about the son-in-law, because he's the one that brought her back from dinner or something that night. And it's really a shame that anything. I mean, there's people that say it's an inside job. There's people that say that something. I don't know. I just wonder. First off, that's pretty low that you have to kidnap an 84-year-old or 85-year-old woman. So I don't know. It bothers me that it bothers me that it's not resolved by now. I don't know. I think it's pretty petty, and I think whoever ended up doing this, if it was a setup, if it was whatever it was, they got a place for you in hell.
Yeah, they do.
And you don't even have to make reservations. But anybody that would do this for a lady that old and stuff, I just hope that.
Probably died of a heart attack. By being taken.
I wonder what that blood is that they found outside on the porch too. That's kind of scary that there's blood. You think, was there a struggle? What did she scratch the person, or what was the deal? And the other thing is, if it was the son-in-law, I kind of think it can't be him, because he would have known that door cam was there. And the guy that went there didn't seem to know that the door cam was there. So, I don't know. I think it's really odd that this has been going on for this long and nobody knows what to do. Maybe they got themselves they didn't expect her to die. I think she's dead. I might be wrong, but I think she's dead. And I hope that they do find who it is that did it. And if it is an inside job, if it is someone that that they know, I hope they throw the book at whoever they end up blaming, because Guthre has some money, so she'll keep on it, I think, until they find an answer. So I don't know. It's really sad though. Here's something that's will make you smile. Stranger reunites a woman with her custom prosthetic leg 10 months after it was swept out to sea. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this up. I mean, you lose your prosthetic leg. I don't know how you lose it, but you lose it out to sea. A woman whose new prosthetic leg was swept out to sea over the moon is over the moon after she found it 10 months later. It had been swept right back to the beach where she lost it. 69-year-old Brenda Ogden lost her custom-made titanium blade-style prosthesis moments before a swim in the North Sea. She was posing for a picture with a swimming group she was part of when the huge wave knocked them all down and took her titanium blade back out to sea with it. Ogden had her leg amputated below the knee 5 years earlier following a horrific car crash. The now retired nurse revealed she waited over a year to get the false leg. I mean, how horrible would it be? Here you have the car accident, and then you have, okay, well, I guess I have to have a prosthetic leg, and then you got the prosthetic leg, and then you get knocked over by a wave, and how horrible is your luck that your leg gets swept out to sea? And the leg was made specially to allow me access to the water easily. Yep, it does. I never swum in the sea before that day, and it was on my bucket list to do so. The prosthesis cost over $2,000, and her swimming group rallied around their member to look for it. Yet a search in the sand that only lasted a whole day yielded nothing, and Ogden returned home distraught. I would just say, man, I guess I'm not meant to walk. You know, you take your leg and then you take your prosthetic leg. It's got to be a horrible way for things to happen. But yeah, she'd been an avid runner, and she began to warm up to the idea of swimming as a way of restarting physical activity following the crash. I depended on the leg to be able to do water sports. She had it. And she, adding that she packed in the idea after the loss. But there it is. There it is. Oh, that poor girl. 10 months later, the 38-year-old Elizabeth Forbes was walking along the beach in Hornsea? I don't know. East Yorkshire, I guess she's in England, looking for fossils. Something caught her eye. Not a fossil, but maybe a gas cylinder, she thought. I saw the unusual looking shape from the corner of my eye when I was walking. I was curious, so when I walked over, there it was, trapped in the top of some of the rocks. That's just crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. She said, I spent the last couple of months mourning the loss, that I literally lost a part of me, and I come to terms that I might never see it again. But the fact is, it's been found. So maybe your luck is changing now. I don't know. Just crazy stuff. Okay, here's Olympic stuff. 1 minute and 1 minute 6:28 seconds. That is the record for 1,000-meter speed skating achieved by American Jordan Stoltz at the Olympics. That's fast.
That's way fast.
Yeah, that's way too fast. Here's another. This is gonna freak you out. What is the length of the world's largest wild snake on record?
I have no idea, Mike.
It's an Indonesian python. Get ready for this. 23 feet, 8 inches.
Wow.
That's a freaking... That's not a snake. That's
a human being.
Man, that's
can easily swallow a human being.
That's I can't even imagine a snake that big. That's like I can't even. How thick is that? Well, let's see if we have a picture of it. Oh, there we are. There it is. Wow, that's crazy. Look at that snake, man. That is unbelievable. I mean, I'm assuming it's dead, but I still wouldn't want to be around it just for fear that it would, come back to life. That is crazy. Wow. Wow. This is a giant female python discovered in Maros region of Sulawesi, Indonesia, in late 2025 is believed to be the long wild snake to be formally measured with evidence of 23 feet 8 inches from head to tail, January 18th. This means that placed across the standard FIFA goal, this prodigious, I don't know. This big python, this big python would occupy essentially the entire width from post to post of a FIFA goal, I guess. Alternatively, it is around the length of 6.5 shopping carts or trolleys or whatever in a row. Under anesthesia, when snakes' bodies fully relax, she could at least be 10% longer. So in reality, the snake is actually 26 feet, but owing to the inherent risks of anesthesia, oh wow, this is still alive. Oh wow,